Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. One big happy family. Thank you so much to all of you that have been with me from the start, and for your loving support, your comments, your beautiful words. Thank you so much. I'd like to mention I do have a private crochet group. You're more than welcome to join in with the beautiful queens that are there. As long as you have a profile pic. Also a Facebook crochet page you can follow, Instagram and TikTok. All of my threads are 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal brands. They're similar thickness as Aunt Lydia number 3, a little bit thinner. So your projects do become bigger with Aunt Lydia number 3. For the most part, I use 2.75 hook, 3.5, depending upon the project. If the video is too fast for you, you could always go below in the description box. There's a 2-minute video in how to slow down the video and turn your closed caption on to pause to take notes. I don't write patterns, unfortunately, as I don't read them. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. And thank you to all of you that have been helping out women in need and for your donations. God bless you. Let's get started. Okay, everyone. So we're going to create today a man's bag. You know, the strap around the chest area coming down. It could be unisex also, but this one specifically in order for my handsome brother, Steve. So I'm going to name this Steve's bag. So Steve, I hope you like it, sweetheart. I've already created the strap, which has 130 centimeters. I did not count by rows. It's best to be measured by the centimeters, because by rows, I mean everybody's threads and stitches are different. So it's folded in half, obviously, because it's very big. But I will show you how to begin. Of course, you will need these little things to sew them on exactly as I have them here. And the rings, which I got them from Tamu. Some of you like it. Some of you don't know what Tamu is. It's, you know, an app that you can order many things, and I love Tamu. I wish that they, you know, would reach out to me and give me a code of you know, discount percentage for you guys, because they have absolutely amazing stuff and not expensive. So you'll need the 2 rings for it, and of course 2 of these for the strap. I also have this little lock, which is very easy to put on because this opens up. You go right through the stitch, which I'll show you during the tutorial, and just snap it in through the stitch inside and bend it. So you don't have nothing to screw on, and this is to protect it. So this basically gets hooked on it, and then it goes forward into the stitch. That gives you an explanation, but you will see it as I create it. I also ordered, that I'm working quite a bit on. This is 100% polyester. I absolutely love this thread for bags. It's just amazing. 3 millimeter. That's the size of it, the thickness, 3 millimeter, which I absolutely love. And normally I use the 3.5 millimeter hook, and sometimes if I need to go in there, I'll use my 2.75 or the thinner one just to tuck in loose ends. So this is pretty much what you need for it. A very simple bag, but beautiful. And he's been asking me this for quite some time now, and I've been hesitating because it will be the first time I will be creating a men's bag. So I mean, like I said, it could be a woman's bag depending upon the color and decoration that you put around it. But, you know, it's for Steve. So let's get started on this. By the way, these cones are 250 grams of this beautiful polyester, which has many different colors. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And please also give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. God bless you. Okay, everyone. So let's make this very simple and easy. I'm going to leave a little bit of cord to make sure that I tuck in the loose ends afterwards. Slip stitch knot. I'm going to do 1. Don't tighten your stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I want at least 15 centimeters on the wideness of my bag. I don't have it yet, so I have 25, which really in reality you should not even be going with the chain numbers. You should be going with the centimeters. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Like I said, it's not important on the chain stitch. It's important is on the centimeters, how wide you want your bag to be. So I'm at 16. So I'm going to do a little bit more. I think it should take. Everybody's yarn or thread, whatever you're using, is different, and also your tension. Okay, so I think that's good. Now I'm going to skip my first stitch, come in the second, and do a single. And make sure you grab both loops or it's going to curve. That's not going to be pretty. Actually, this is not a single, this is half double crochet. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I was thinking at first to do singles. I guess that was the plan. And then I guess my mind and my hands went elsewhere, so I'm just going to go whatever my mind tells me. If that's how it's supposed to be, then it will be, remembering that I'm just creating this as I'm going. So make sure you grab that middle loop there, because it will curve like a U shape. We want a nice square bag. Okay, so half double crochets all the way to the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done it until my last one. And of course I have my slip stitch there, which you don't count, you don't do. So I just want to make sure I have at least 15, 16 centimeters. It's kind of hard because it's a stretchy material, right? So I have almost 21. No, not even 20. So I have 20, which is perfect. Perfect for me because it gives me a nice size of a bag. Okay, so now we're going to turn around. So it's going to be very simple. We're going to do one chain. And I'm coming into that first chain. So coming in again, doing half double crochets. So if we have, let's say, 37 half double crochets on the first one, we must keep those 37 half double crochets all the way up. Now I don't know how many rows I'm going to do. Like I mentioned to you, what's important here is how many centimeters I will have in length. So I'm just going to keep doing the same thing back and forth, and then I'll meet you at the end once I have my desired length of the bag. Okay, Just make sure that you go all the way to the end. I will meet you at the end again just to make sure we are on the right track. Okay, so I've done it until my last little space. Now I'm just going to change my hook to a smaller one because I want to make sure I get in to that very tip of the very last row, which is so hidden that we might just, pass it right by, but you must grab it onto there. If you need to put a hook to make sure that you don't lose track of it, or you're not going to have a straight pattern, okay, or straight bag. So one chain again. I'm going to come in that first stitch and then continue if you feel that you have to count. So this is 2, 3, then go ahead. If not, then put a hook, not a hook, a marker. I keep saying hook, people. A marker on each side. Should I have a marker on here? I do. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you, not that I need it because obviously I know what I'm doing here, but you got to make sure that you put it on this very last one here so you don't miss it on your way back. And then of course when you get to the end, show you better off with the hook, with the marker here. I keep saying hook. So you have to, so we have this little loop there. You have to go, so we have the last stitch here and then that loop for the edge. So you can have a nice straight line going up, or it will be going in. And a lot of people make that mistake. Okay, so I'm going to continue my rows and I'll meet you at the end of my rows. I will just make sure that I meet you back here again one more time just to make sure you guys got it. Okay, so I'm reaching my last stitch here. And then I have my hook on there. Now I'm just going to grab my smaller one because it's a very tight stitch for me. So stretch your thread well and come right through it. And then do one chain. And you can put your hook right up there again. I'm going to turn around. Coming into that first stitch again. And then you put your hook right on it because you don't want to miss that, the last one there. Okay, so make sure that you do have it on there. So basically very simple, just half double crochets all the way to the end. Now you'd come here also and you'd hook it on the very last loop also here, right after you do your last stitch, because you have to do the corner ones. Okay, so you can keep going in a nice straight line as you see, or you're going to go in. I'll meet you at the end of my rows. Simple, but yet so beautiful. I love the effect on this side of it. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much did the length I needed, which is quite a bit. So I have 58 centimeters on length. Remember I told you from the beginning, it's not how many rows you have because each thread, each stitch or tension is different. So I go by centimeters and I have 58 centimeters. Now I have 20 centimeters wide. The good thing about the polyester is it stretches. Okay, so that's a good thing. Now I'm going to, so I put my just little micro hook there for now, because I want 20 centimeters before I close it up in this pocket. Okay, so I have 20 centimeters. I know it's small, my area here, but 20 centimeters. Sorry for the banging construction in the house. So that's, you fold it 20 centimeters that way, right? Now, we know that we are on the wrong side. Why? Because I have that long string that we started at the beginning. So what are we going to do? We are going to turn it, obviously, and I finished exactly on the side where I needed to. Now we're going to do single crochet all the way around just to finalize the stitch. So I'm at the edge here. I'm going to do one chain and I'm going to come back in with a single. Okay, so I'm going to do a single, one per stitch all the way around. We want a nice finishing here. Not that it isn't, because the half double crochets already are pretty good, but this is just to finalize my row or my pattern. So I'll meet you at the corner on that side. So I've reached my last one. Remember that always that edge one is extremely important. I'm going to do a single, and because I am turning, I need to do another single on this same stitch at the corner. So 2 singles, and then we're going to do 1 per stitch all the way across. Okay, so 1 per stitch, you can't go wrong. And try not to tighten too much, but don't loosen it too much, because you want to have that perfect finish. So just keep following the stitches, 1 per stitch all the way. So when you get to the corners, then you know you have to do 2 singles in order to finalize that corner for turning. Okay, so that's how it's going to be proceeded. I'll meet you at the end of my row. I'll be cutting my thread after that. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much sewed one side so you can see how it is. Okay, and now I'm going to sew the other side. So I've lined it up perfectly on the stitch so we don't, mess with it. Then I'm going to come here and I'm going to take that first stitch, and I'm grabbing the outside. If I can get you bigger here, I'm grabbing the outside stitch, okay, but I'm going to make a knot on this first one because afterwards I'm flipping the bag inside out. So I'm going to make a knot. The good thing about this also is this polyester you can burn. It melts and it sticks to the pattern, which is perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a bit here, not that short, because then I'm going to go through a few stitches and melt it in. Okay, so basically we're just make sure you have them lined up and make sure it also matches your double crochet up top, or not double crochet, sorry, your half double crochet. So you must have at least the rows lined up. I want to make sure. So what I'm going to do is it's got to fit perfect stitch. We don't want a sideways bag. I don't even know where my markers are. Like everything is all over the place. Okay, so we're going to come here and we're going to do outside loop of this of these singles. Okay, so we're grabbing outside loops only. Okay, not the inside one, but the outside one. And I'm lining my rows. So we're taking this outside loop and the other outside loop. Okay, we're just going to go back and forth on these loops. Make sure you tight it enough. Then the outside loop on this one, and then the outside loop on this one. Okay, so very simple. This is what we're going to do all the way up to that edge. Oops, again, only the outside loop, not both loops of the single. Okay, and so I'm going to continue mine, and then we'll finish up the rest together. Okay, so outside loop. Now if you see, sometimes you have done like 2 singles on the same stitch and they're not lining up properly or something, don't be afraid to go over on the same one if you have to. Like in this case, I'm coming over again on the same one here. I probably did 2 singles together, which doesn't really matter at this point, as long as you have them lined up. They can't be crooked, right, or slanted or something like that. So I'm just taking the outside loops, okay, and then I'll meet you at the end. I hope I wasn't off camera. I have that bad habit of not seeing what I'm doing. But anyway, I think you understood what I was saying. Outside loops only of the singles. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished stitching this side. Now, what you want to do is you want to go through some of these loops in here and hide some of your thread. Doesn't have to be all of it. Okay, just hide them through because we're going to flip this over anyway. And I'm going to burn the edge into the pattern so it's nice and glued. It's not going to go anywhere. And we got a perfect little simple, easy bag. So I think I have enough. I'm going to cut a bit here. I'm going to grab a lighter. Okay, so we have this little edge here. So I'm just going to burn it all the way through and then just smack it into the material. And this is the good thing about the polyester. It just melts in. It's not going to go anywhere. And I'm going to do the same thing to the leftover on this one here, which I already had tucked in, but it's a little bit too big. So I'm just going to burn and this way we're sure that nothing is going to go anywhere. So very simple bag, but yet so adorable. I think so anyway. So basically what you want to do now, you could leave it at this side if you'd like. When you're going to turn, you're going to have the perfect side of the singles coming this way, obviously, because we've stitched them on from back to back. I should have mentioned that before. So when you turn, your single crochets are just perfectly on. Okay, everyone, so I've turned over already, flipped it inside out, and it just looks perfect. I don't know if you can see it properly because, I mean, lighting here, even though it's fully daytime, but still, you know, when it becomes black, it becomes quite difficult to see, but it's just perfect. Now, all you have to do is flip it over. Now, I'm not going to pull all the way. You're supposed to leave at least an inch to that, to the lining here of the closing. So you want to, you know, so you can fold gracefully like that. If you pull too much down, it's not pretty. You have to give it some space, like every bag. You know, there's a little bit of an opening, about 1 centimeter or so, I would say. Yes, 1 centimeter. So, and then you would just line it up. Now, you can put, what's fun about these bags is you can put Velcro on here and here and just close it as the Velcro, or a little snap, you know, like the magnetic little snaps. I must have it somewhere for sure, because I have ordered quite a bit of them. Since I have a few orders of bags, I didn't want to keep waiting like 2 months for my shipment to come in if I could only find my little snaps. And I got a drawer full of these little things everywhere. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So there's the magnetic snaps. Okay, so on to the next thing, which is the easiest thing for the handles, or not the handle, but the strap. It's all single crochet, and I have 130 centimeters of it. So I'll just grab the same one here, just for example for you guys. So all you have to do is have one of your, like, little, whatever you're using. It could be anyone. It could be any hooks that you're using differently than mine. Leave a little bit of string, because, you know, we don't want anything to be falling apart. And do a slip stitch knot, and then have it this way, okay? Then come in, and then do your single. I've done 6, so you can go the measurement you want. If you want your thickness of your strap to be thinner, then you can do 4 instead of 6. I've done 6 to be solid. So I'm just giving you the example here, okay? And then 1 chain up, turn around, and into the next one. Now, this is no different than what we did with the pattern. You have to go all the way to the last corner here. So you got to make sure that you're right on the corner. If you have to count your stitch, by all means do it. I think I grabbed the small version of the thread. I should have grabbed a bigger piece, but anyway, making a mess here. So basically you're just going to do the back and forth. Might as well grab a bigger version here of, not version, but a bigger string. So I'll leave a little bit of strap, or string, not strap. Come in and do your singles. So like I said, if you want to do 6, you go with 6, or you do 4, depending up on the wideness you want your strap. Okay, so then you'd go 1 chain, turn around, come into the first one, and then continue with your singles all the way to the end. So if you need to count to make sure you have your 4 in, you have to have it, or it's going to be narrow. 1 chain into the first one. So you're just doing the back and forth until the desired length you want. Like I said, in order to go around the shoulders into the hip area, it's 130 centimeters for me, but depending up again on the type of size of bag you're having, or if you want it just over the shoulder, not coming across the body. So basically you would just continue again. One chain, turn around, come on the first one, and do your singles. Now, when you finish the length that you want, and you're going to complete, so you would turn around, and then you'd put this in front, okay? And then you'd, come in that first and continue to do it over your little snap here, hook here, whatever, how you call it, I don't even know. Okay, and then you'd have both of them hooked on. Okay, so just simple as that. Okay, so now we have these two pieces, which we have this inside, looks like little teeth. Now, this is going to go on the edge here. We're just going to make sure that we are centered properly. I'll measure it after just to make sure that we are on the center there. So 10, which is perfect, and also 10. My God, that's the first. So basically we have that in. Make sure it's pulled in all the way inside, and then squeeze it. And that's why I love these, because it's almost like snap-ons, like that. So you can't go wrong. Okay, and then this one, you'd hook it on here, snap it on here, like that. And you know you can't go wrong on here either. Make sure you got this straight so it can fall straight into place, or else you won't have a good snap, right? Just fix it a bit, and then you know you have to come inside of the other one there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of put my hook there, so I know it's on here, so I can grab it from here. Okay, put my nail on there. I want to make sure that I'm on the right track. You got to make sure you put both of them in. Okay, I should be good. But all you have to do is you grab that little thing you have, if you have it. If not, then you don't have it, right? And what I'm going to do is, whoops, almost knocking everything down. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to put these wires in, or that wire in. And I'm going to close it into the center like that. Squeeze it in well enough. And it should be good now. We can just fix it. I think I should be good. And snap it, and it's done. I mean, how fast and cute is that? And of course you'd get your, there is no right or wrong on this stitch. These are single crochet, so you're good to go. You can add these two things. You grab both, I should say, the two little hooks here, and I love them because they bent in. So you can you have to go through the stitches in here. Make sure that you're I know it's a little bit hard. I can't even see it because the camera is on my face, but you want to make sure that you go in through both loops here. Try to, of course, the stitch gets in the way. So we got one in, so I have it like probably on the second row of it. And then do the same thing to the other side. Go into the second row. I can't even see it because of the camera on my face. But anyway, I'm going to hook it on. Okay, so I got both of them hooked on. So it's basically on the second row. And it almost goes right to the edge there. So this one, I think it's a little bit lower. I have to go up a little bit, one more row. Okay, I think I'm perfect now. Okay, so then there's no wrong side or right side to this. You just have to make sure that it's straightened. Then you put it on. Oops, grabbing my thread here. Okay, perfect. Okay, and so we should be good to go. And I love these little snap-ons because they turn. And the bag is ready and done, and it's got a perfect size in there. Takes a lot of stuff. And like I said, this is for Steve, so I'll call it Steve's bag. But you can, it could be unisex. You can do it for women. You can use beautiful pinks, reds, purples, you name it. And it's so simple. You can use a snap. You can also use, oh my goodness, what is it called? I had it somewhere. Let me show you. So, tussles, I think that's what they're called. You can, I got these, they're so cute, and I'll be creating another bag, another order for a woman's bag soon, so you want to stay tuned for that. And these are just so freaking cute and perfect, and you can just hang them on, you know, to the side of, you know, you can hook them on here. Just giving you an example. I'm not going to put this on because this is for a guy, but anyway, it won't even fit on that one. But having another hook and hooking it in is just perfect. So I think that it's absolutely cute, gorgeous, right? Anyway, people, so I hope you guys like this tutorial. I'm just going to measure it this way now, see what I came up with. So with the flipping, it's 15 centimeters, okay, and all the way to the edge, it's 22, all together, okay? So 15, the flip, and then 22 all the way to the edge, and then here we have 20. Okay, so don't forget, this is polyester, so it stretches, so especially if if you start filling that up with stuff, which is perfect because it will stretch quite a bit. Okay, perfect, and here it is. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. Very simple, but I think so cute. So hopefully, Steve, I hope you like it, my brother. I love you so much, and enjoy your bag, especially for the summer. Okay? Until next time, everybody, please stay tuned for the next tutorial. I'm sure that you will love the next bag I will create. In case some of you have missed it, I just finished this one, which is absolutely stunning. Let me see if I can bring that out a little bit. And look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? So I'll be creating something similar in a different stitch with round handles. I'm not sure yet which color. I have a few round ones that I had ordered. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you. Until next time. Bye-bye.